This is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the Nakshatra shift transition of Rahu, which is going to take place on June 14th. So now friends, as you know this thing that currently Rahu is transiting in the Aries sign. Within Aries, it is transiting in the Kritika Nakshatra. But on June 14th, it's going to enter the Bharani Nakshatra and it is going to be transiting in the Bharani till February 20th of 2023. Now friends, if you remember at the time when Rahu was about to enter the Aries sign, there was a mixed response within the astrology community. Many astrologers were in this favor that this transit is not gonna manifest good results because Rahu sees the ruler of the Aries, Mars, as its enemy, and there were those astrologers who were in this favor that the transit of Rahu in the Aries can still manifest some good results. But trust me, if you remember, I mainly emphasized on this point that influence of Rahu in the Aries can be seen as a very good sign for initiating some new things, working on some new ideas and looking forward to and welcoming some new beginnings in your life. Trust me friends, this thing, not only whatever I'm sharing it over here, I have seen that, read that in the books, seen that in my practical consulting experience, but also I have the same natal placement in my own chart. So trust me, when we talk about the influence and energies of Rahu, so Rahu is the significator of the outwardly manifestation of the energy, doing things in a very larger than life way. And Rahu actually wants to explore new territory, some new ideas and work on some new terrain. So that is the only reason friends, when we talk about the role of Rahu Ketu in astronomy or even from the astral perspective, so not only they are responsible for causing the eclipse to the luminaries, to the sun and moon, but also they do the same function in the form of causing eclipse in our own personal chart, in our personal life as well, in a way that the karma of the past lifetimes get imposed to you in the form of your destiny. But trust me, only if you know how to unlock those tapped potential within your own self. Because Rahu and Ketu has got this key and has got this say that they might manifest all those things which you might not be aware of. Like if you will look at the chart of someone and if you will see a dignified sun, so you know that originality, creativity, fame potential is something which is natural to this person. When you look at a strong Venus, so relationship management, prospects of finance might be good for this person. But when we talk about Rahu and Ketu, what could manifest or what they are holding up within them, it sometimes become very difficult to assess. But trust me friends, like coming back to this transit, so definitely friends, the influence of Rahu in the Aries is definitely a sensitive sign. It's a very volatile energy because both of these two planets are very intense force. If Mars represents physical aggression, so Rahu also represents intensity, that too on a mental level. But trust me friends, like I will again stick to the same point of initiating and looking forward to welcoming some new beginnings. Because friends, when Rahu was in the Kritika, that was in a way a sensitive placement for Rahu to be placed in, because the ruler of Kritika is Sun and Rahu sees Sun as its arch enemy. This could only work, like the influence of Rahu in the Kritika Nakshatra could have only worked for people who are in like politics, people who are in mass media business, where any controversy, any scandal challenging the status quo might sometimes work in your benefit. We all have seen all those kind of cases that an actor or a politician, he gave some very controversial statement or comment. At that moment of time, that person has to apologize. He might have to, submit the resignation. But later on, because of that controversy, because of that stand, his career got picked up. So, like influence of Rahu on the sun, on the Kritika Nakshatra could be good for all those people in whose line of work, in whose livelihood, all these kind of circumstances, scenario are an integral part. But when we talk about for our general masses and general well-being, the Rahu's influence on Kritika is not a very good energy. But trust me friends, when we talk from the perspective of Rahu's influence in the Bharani, that can be seen as a very good sign. Because friends, if we have to describe Rahu in couple of words, definitely Rahu represents intuitive intelligence. Rahu wants to be recognized, Rahu wants the fame, Rahu wants to be in the center of everything, like he wants to be the center of attention. But there is one important aspect of Rahu, which is about love for wealth, love for luxury, love for riches. So the influence of Rahu in Venus or the Venusian nakshatra can be seen as a very good energy. And trust me friends, for all those people, if your profession, your livelihood is connected with dealing with high-end luxury, restaurant, clothing, travel and tour business, so all those people can definitely get benefited, in whose occupation, livelihood you deal with big stack of money. So some new projects, getting your hand or getting access to some key projects, key people, key contacts, so all those things can manifest over here. So friends, that is one of the good side of the influence and energies of Rahu in the Bharani. Now, which all people can become vulnerable. So now friends, when we talk about all those people in whose case there is a lot of indulgent lifestyle, you do not have any control on your senses, and also for all those people who have always in their life struggled with any sort of addiction. Now this could be drugs, this could be alcohol, this could be smoking. So over there you have to remain a little bit cautious. So now friends, this is a general overview of this entry of Rahu in the Bharani Nakshatra. Now friends, when we talk about for which all people this transit is going to bring stronger results. So now definitely friends, if you are currently going through the dasha of Rahu, Mahadasha or the Antardasha. Second thing is that if your Mahadasha Lord is placed in the Bharani Nakshatra, then also this transit will become very important for you. Let's say for example, if you are close to the age of Rahu, like you are 42-year-old, or you are like above the age of 42, or your Rahu return has just happened, so then this transit will become more important for you. If in your natal chart Rahu is placed in the 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house, then this transit will become very important for you. Let's say for example, if your profession, your livelihood is straight away connected with the Rahu field, like working in the fields of technology, electronics, mobile electronic devices, anything to do with the foreign immigration business, travel and tour business, all those people can get benefited. So this is how friends, you can see a broader view of this transit or the importance of this transit of Rahu in the Bharani Nakshatra. Now trust me friends, I will again stick to the same point. If we talk about the influence of Rahu in the Aries, which has everything to do with manifesting results in a very intense way, in a very quick paced way, and looking forward to some new chapters beginning in your life. The influence in the Kritika was little bit challenging, where you have to remain very much welcoming towards the controversies, scandals, challenging the status quo. But when we talk about the Bharani can be seen as a very good influence of Rahu in the Bharani for material financial gain. And when Rahu will enter the Ashwini Nakshatra, that could bring out the esoteric or mystical side of Rahu. But over here, this is the best time for everyone to reap, either sow seeds for some good financial returns or look forward to some good financial lucrative opportunities. So okay friends, now we will shift our discussion to the customized signs. I would say that it will be more advisable to look at this video or watch this video both from your rising sign and the moon sign as well, because at the end of the day Rahu has got its influence on our subconsciousness first. So because of which, watch this video both from the Lagan ascendant and both from your moon sign as well. So okay friends, now starting with the Aries rising people or the Aries moon sign people. So now friends, in your case, just because Rahu is right now transiting right over there in your 1st house, Venus has got the rulership of your 2nd house of your finances and 7th house of your public image of your relationship. Now friends, because Venus becomes a proper Marak like killer planet for you guys as well, so this transit can be seen as good. This entry of Rahu in the Bharani can be seen as very good for financial gain, for material benefit and gains, like anything to do with the foreign travels or marrying. If in your case you're dating someone who is outside of your like culture, your caste and everything, so relationship getting formed with people of foreign nationality, foreign culture or foreign settlement or financial material gain, enhancement of the reputation, specifically if in any way you are connected with the fields of entertainment, mass media, politics and all of that, all those people can get benefited. One thing over here is that friends, I will be very honest with you, from the health point of view, this is not a very good sign. So when I say health point of view, now whether you have some sort of vulnerability towards allergies, infection, and also if you have any weakness towards any sort of addiction, you have to remain very cautious, because during this time, those relapses and tendencies and inclination towards going back to those addictions might again surge up. And trust me, it is not only gonna burn a hole in your pocket, affect your public image, but also it's not very good. It's kind of very detrimental for your health as well. Moving ahead, friends. Now for all the Taurus rising people, so now friends, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 12th house. Now just because Venus is your ascendant lord and the lord of your 6th house. So now friends, trust me, this can be seen as a very good, very auspicious time for considering or thinking, or if you're already working in the direction of foreign settlement, foreign residentship, immigration. For all those people, this can be seen as a very beneficial time. Let's say, for example, you have any sort of import-export business, you work in hospitals, prisons, or anything to do with working on yoga, fields of yoga, meditation, spirituality, adult industry. All those people can definitely get benefited. The vulnerability over here is that, friends, now definitely because your 6th house energy is also going there in the 12th house, and Rahu is over there. And Rahu is a planet of giving access to unknown things, like something which you do not have any idea, and suddenly thing got manifested in front of you. So even for any sort of overseas opportunity as well, over the because of the nature of your job, you might be considered for a overseas project and all of that. So for all those things, this shift of Rahu within the Aries can be seen as a good sign. The only thing over here is that, friends, because it's like when we talk about the indulgent aspect of the life, when we talk about the concerns of the health, now specifically if in your case you are always vulnerable towards allergies, infections, or any sort of weakness towards different form of addictions and all of that, so over there you have to remain a little bit cautious. Like rather, friends, I would also say this thing, that for any sort of investments and speculation, try not to go overboard, because during this time you might be tempted towards, like when we talk about quick rich scheme, or quickly making money, spending on cryptocurrencies and all of that. So there is nothing wrong in that, but the investments and spendings have to be properly calculated. Do not go overboard, because this is a kind of energy which gives rise to lot of illusion. So just try to protect yourself regarding that front. But when we talk about from the overseas perspective, whether you have your own import-export business, you have your immigration work, or you deal in all these kind of fields, all those people can definitely get benefited. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Gemini rising people. So now, friends, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 11th house, which can be seen as a very good sign, because in any case, Rahu is considered as very good in the 11th house. And over and above that, Rahu's placement in a planet's nakshatra, which is very much harmonious towards it. So in a way, friends, this shift in the Rahu's nakshatra is going to be bringing very good results for all the Gemini rising and the Gemini moon people. So now, friends, to begin with, like for any new lucrative deal coming into your hand, or running into meeting some important prominent people, or for any lifetime important goal or project you are chasing, so Rahu can actually pave path towards success in all of those endeavors. Like even if I were to say that for some sort of recognition, name and fame, and sudden blast of the public image, because like the way we say this thing, that suddenly that person got very famous, his work, his content got viral. So that is the kind of yoga which is getting formed for all the Gemini rising people. Now, friends, in your case, Rahu has got the Venus has got the rulership of your 12th house and the 5th house. So in a way, Venus is a very important planet for you guys. So now, friends, I would say that when we talk about people connected with the fields of art, entertainment, media, for all the artists and creative people, this shift in the Rahu's energy can be seen as very beneficial. I would also say that even for the students or people looking forward to overseas admission in any sort of universities and college, this shift shift in Rahu's nakshatra can be seen as a very good sign. The only vulnerability over here is that, friends, when we talk about investment and stock market and trading and speculation and all of that, just take calculative risk, because energy is favorable for you. I will be very honest with you. Just do not become or act very greedy. So that is the only thing which I want to say or add over here. But overall, friends, this shift in Rahu's energy will manifest the best for you guys. Now trust me, whatsoever you have heard so far, that Rahu in the Aries is going to give this result or that result, so trust me, in total, whatsoever all the astrologers have explained over there, they must have explained something good, something bad. So trust me, only the good part will manifest over here when Rahu is going to be in the Bharani Nakshatra. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Cancer rising and the Cancer moon people. So now, friends, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 10th house. Now, friends, like Venus, like the lord of the Bharani, which is Venus, in your case becomes a very important planet for you guys, because it has got the rulership of your 11th house and the 4th house of inner emotional contentment and all of that. So now trust me, friends, on your professional front, I'm actually looking forward to some big great development, like specifically all those things which you deep inside of your heart you have been craving, you have been chasing for a long time. And I would also say that because 11th house energy is also falling over here, so there is a strong chances or yoga that some lucrative big project might fall on your lap, or because of the help or support of some prominent person, you might get benefited during this time. Now, friends, this energy is not very harmonious for the well-being or your relationship with your mother. Over there, you have to remain a little bit cautious. But when we talk about from the perspective of getting benefited because of your elder brother, because of your friends, because of your influence in the society, and encashing, like gaining at your work front because of the rapport or because of the influence you hold in the society or community. So for that front as well, this energy can be seen as a very good sign. Now, friends, I would specifically want to mention over here that all those people who deal in high-end luxury, like I'm not talking about a common layman or middle class people like you and me. I'm talking about all those people who are like they are rich and they deal in big high-end projects, or in your case mass media, entertainment, politics. For all these people, this is a very very auspicious time which you guys will run into, because guys, in any case, right now your 9th house, the house of your bhagya, your fortune, your luck, is also in a very strengthened state. So trust me, if you are currently working for some very big multi-million dollar project and you have put your heart and soul and your blood and everything in that project, so chances are very high that things can take a positive leap or turn in your favor, or things might manifest as you might have anticipated. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Leo rising people. So now, friends, in your case, now whether you are a Leo rising or a Leo moon person, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 9th house. Now, friends, Venus becomes a very important planet for you guys, because it has got the rulership of your 3rd house and the 10th house. So now definitely, friends, it is definitely going to exert its influence. Rahu is going to exert its influence in the matters of your skill, in the matters of your profession. Also, friends, during this time, there is definitely going to be a lot of foreign travels as well, which can also manifest over here. Now, those travels could be either related to your work, or this could be concerning around, traveling overseas, or traveling just to attend some seminar, some sort of workshop, or take some training course or something. So for all of that front, this energy can be seen as very positive. Also, friends, if I were to say, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable on the account or on the matter of the luck. Trust me, luck is definitely going to support you. The only thing is that this could actually give little bit differences with your father, or when we say that, because specifically if you are not of that independent age, like let's say for example, if you're living in a joint family, or you are still young and your parents have got a lot of say in your lifestyle, so over there could be a little bit of the difference of opinion. But for anything to do with travels, initiating new project, luck supporting you, even at your professional front, gaining because of the charm you have in your personality, because of the visionary and out of the box thinking which you hold. So for growth, for being driven, finding support support and luck helping you. For all of those perspectives, this shift of Rahu in the Bharani Nakshatra seems to be working a lot in the favor for all the Leo people. Now friends, also specifically because a lot many Leo people, they end up either working in the government job or having their own business, being connected with politics or mass media, entertainment business. So I would say friends that we can also look forward to some new position, new designation, new role where you might be considered as well if your ongoing dashas are also promising that. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Virgo rising people. So now friends, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 8th house. And friends, Rahu is going in the Bharani Nakshatra. The ruler of Bharani has got the rulership of your 9th house and the 2nd house. So because of the rulership of the house of luck and fortune, Venus becomes a very auspicious planet for you guys. Now friends, from Rahu's perspective, definitely if you are connected with the fields of scientific pursuit, you are a scientist, you are a researcher, you are an explorer, anything to do with the foreign residentship and all of that, this transit or this shift of Rahu can still be seen as very beneficial. So trust me friends, specifically for the researchers. But when we talk about in general, like let's say for example, if you are a kind of person who easily gets tempted towards any sort of indulgences, you do not have much of the discipline in your life, even your financial dealing is very sketchy. So over there, this entry of Rahu in the Bharani, initially it might give you temptation towards get rich quick scheme or all those kind of unethical acts to make money, and later on might strike hard on you. So trust me, remain very much cautious and careful for not going in that direction. Now friends, even if I were to say that from the perspective of any sort of addictions and clandestine activities and all of that, so energy is going to manifest like that only, specifically because influence of Venus in the 8th house is all about the energy of sensuality, pent up emotions and all of that. So over there you have to remain a little bit cautious, you have to remain careful. But like the way friends, if in your livelihood, in your occupation, research, investigation, exploration is an integral part, this entry of Rahu in the Bharani can prove to be very beneficial for all of you guys. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Libra rising or Libra moon people. So now friends, in your case, because Rahu is going in the Bharani Nakshatra, the ruler of the Bharani is your Lagnesh, is your ascendant lord and the lord of the 8th house as well. So now friends, definitely for anything to do with the enhancement of your public image and reputation, and specifically if you are working in the field of combined energy of Rahu and Venus, high-end luxury, mass media, entertainment, fashion, beauty, if you're actually working in all these fields, all those people can get benefited. Now friends, when we talk about specifically regarding the matters of the living signification of the 7th house, so over there Rahu can actually create some misunderstanding or some sort of difference of opinion. So over there you have to remain a little bit cautious, because driven by passion, the fight and the differences are only gonna erupt because of the surge of passion and emotions on either side, which is going to make the whole balance of the relationship, balance of the chemistry little bit lopsided. So over there you have to remain little bit cautious, careful. But when we talk about from the commercial gain perspective, this transit of Rahu in the Bharani right over there in your 7th house can be seen as a very good energy, because friends, in the original Kalpurush Kundli as well, this is the house which represents you dealing with the masses. This is an important house for politicians, for people in their own independent or partnership business. So all those people can actually get benefited. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Scorpio rising people. So now friends, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 6th house. So now friends, in any case, Rahu's transit from the Upachya Bhav from the 6th house is generally considered as good. Now in your case, Rahu is going in the nakshatra of like Venus, Bharani, and Venus in your case has got the rulership of your 12th house and the 7th house. So which can be seen as a very good energy, like specifically all those people who are engaged in overseas travel or foreign trade, import export line of work. So all those people can definitely get benefited. Rahu will definitely provide you very strong eye for financial dispute management. Another way of looking at this transit is that friends, like I will straight away and strictly want to warn you for any sort of workplace related love, romance and affair, because Rahu never does things which are in a prescribed realm in this society. So like if Rahu is going to tempt you towards any sort of extramarital relation and all of that, so over there you have to remain very cautious, because friends, it is your workplace which we are talking about. So whatsoever you gonna do, behave or conduct, that might cast an aspersion on your image, or it might distract you from your work. So over there you have to remain cautious. I would say that I'm not seeing you much vulnerable on the matters of the financial duties and all of that. The only thing is that, friends, like specifically when we talk about taking loan or taking money on credit, so if you need that as a mode of investing in your business, in your craft, that's one thing, but do not seek out for additional supply of money just to fulfill your indulgences and your lifestyle demands and all of that. So over there I want to actually warn you. But in general, friends, only if you do not get involved in any sort of arguments or fights with people, only if you can save yourself from all those kind of confrontation, this entry of Rahu in the nakshatra of Venus Bharani can actually prove to be very beneficial, specifically for all those people in whose line of work you are straight away connected with the Rahu profiles or the Venusian field, working in the fields of electronics, technology, or overseas travel, fashion, beauty, luxury, high-end luxury. All those people can straight away get benefited. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Sagittarius rising people. So now, friends, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 5th house, and just because Rahu is going to enter the nakshatra of Venus Bharani, and Venus in your case has got the rulership of your 11th house and your 6th house, so this shift in the Rahu energy will bring very good results for all the Sagittarius rising and the moon sign people. Now, friends, to begin with, your mind will behave and will think in a very original, in a very innovative, in a very out of the box way. So the charisma and the charm in your personality will definitely attract lot many lucrative opportunities, lot many prominent people in your life. Also, friends, like for all those people who are connected with the fields of art, entertainment, media, creativity, you have your own business, you are a performing artist, all those people can also get benefited. So friends, in a way, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable in any way. I'm actually looking forward to some new beginnings, new opportunities, all created because of your hard work and your very visionary, out of the box vision towards looking at the things. So that will definitely create lot many opportunities for you guys. Even for all the students, good times can be foreseen. All those people who are single, this is a very prime time of running into someone or any sort of relationship starting up. So for all of those perspective, good times can be foreseen for all the Sagittarius rising people. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Capricorn rising and the Capricorn moon people. So now, friends, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 4th house. Now, friends, Rahu is going in the nakshatra of Venus, and Venus in your case becomes a very important Yoga Karaka planet. Venus has got the rulership of your 5th house and your 10th house. So in your professional front, lot many gains can be foreseen with this shift in Rahu's energy. Second thing is that if you're working as a realtor, if you work as a interior decor person, anything to do with dealing with the luxury or high-end market, definitely all those people are going to get benefited. The only thing is that, friends, like definitely the influence of Rahu is not always a very good energy for the emotional mental harmony. So I would say that over there, now this could be your relationship within the people in your domestic life, or this could be your relationship with your mother. And also, friends, like when we talk about if you are in any sort of joint family business, or if there are some sort of ongoing issue which you are facing within your family members on the account of the fine distribution of finances or money. So over there, Rahu can create some sort of misunderstanding. But if you are doing your business all alone, so all those people, and if you are engaged in the 4th house related businesses, so trust me, very good lucrative opportunities are awaiting for you. So friends, it's not only specifically for people working in the construction or real estate market and all of that. In general, because Venus is your Yoga Karaka planet, and the influence of Rahu from the 4th house also look at and influences straight away your 10th house as well. So I'm actually looking forward to some important concrete professional development for the Capricorn people. The good thing about the Rahu's influence is that it always brings up something very new, which could be a little bit unusual as well, which you might not have previously experienced. So remain very much open towards that. A lot will also be dependent on on what kind of dasha and yogas you have in your chart, but in general friends, only from the perspective of Rahu, its shift from the nakshatra of Kritika to Bharani in your 4th house can be seen as a very good energy. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Aquarius rising and the Aquarius moon people, so now definitely friends, because Rahu's shift or transit becomes important for you guys, because Rahu has got a co-rulership of your Aquarius sign along with the planet Saturn. And friends, as Rahu is going in the nakshatra of Venus, and Venus is a Yoga Karaka planet for you guys, Venus has got a rulership of your 9th house and the 4th house. So because of which friends, trust me, very good times are awaited for all the Aquarius rising people, because 3rd house transit of Rahu is, in any case, is considered as very good, and within the 3rd house energy, specifically in the Bharani Nakshatra. So trust me friends, a lot many gains, new projects, new plans, working on new ideas, running into new people, starting some new work. So from all of those perspectives, this energy can be seen as very promising. Trust me friends, there is going to be a lot many travels as well. You will project yourself with the best of your capabilities. Your confidence is going to be all-time high during this time. You will also be able to receive the support of the female counterparts as well. So feminine influence and support will also be there for you. So in any case friends, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable in any way. All what I'm looking at is that Rahu's drive, Rahu's energy and intensity is going to be all-time high. It is going to be driven with the financial goals in the mind, and basis the kind of dashas or basis the kind of yogas you have in your chart. In any case, whether you are Aquarius moon, you are Aquarius rising sign, whether you are working as a scientist, as a researcher, as an engineer in any sort of tech industry, you are an entrepreneur, this entry of Rahu in the Bharani can be seen as a very lucrative time for you guys. Try to make the best out of it. And last friends, for all the Pisces rising and the Pisces moon people, so now friends, in your case, Rahu is going to be changing its nakshatra in your 2nd house. So now friends, as you can fairly see that Rahu is going in the nakshatra of Bharani. So the lord of Bharani is Venus, and Venus in your case has got the rulership of your 3rd house and the 8th house. So now friends, over here, like specifically the matters of your financial management needed to be handled with lot of contemplation and lot of care. Specifically, if you are a kind of person who does not have any control in your financial management, you easily get tempted or swayed by any get rich quick scheme, or you are a person with a history of enduring huge losses in spending, in investments, in speculation. So then over there friends, you have to remain very cautious, very careful, because if during this time you are going to put all of your saving, a major chunk of money in any new idea, new concept, any new project, so I would say I will kind of warn against it, that during this time you have to remain very cautious, very careful, because this transit is making you vulnerable in kind of a big major chunk of losses, that too all those decisions which are taken very impulsively or driven by just a lack of planning. So over there you have to remain a little bit cautious. Second thing is that even if you are in any sort of family business, so it becomes very important friends that if there is any fine share of distribution within the family members which needs to be done, that you should maintain your calm and go via the ethical route rather than thinking about some unethical ways of doing any sort of financial distribution. And lastly friends, when we talk about for anything to do with the Rahu connected fields and Venusian field, like specifically if in your natal chart you are going through some very strong planetary dashas and Rahu is dignified in your natal chart, and you are engaged in Rahu related fields like working in the fields of, you have your electronics store, or you work as an engineer, or anything to do with having your own garment store, or dealing with the restaurant business, food business, so all those people can still get benefited. The only vulnerability which is coming over here is that try not to gamble your luck or gamble huge amount of money, just only those areas where you have to work. When we talk about from the planning perspective, from the marketing, reprojecting your image, your brand image, for that front you can still experiment, but the financial management investments needs to be done with lot of contemplation and care. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs of this transit or change of Rahu within the Aries sign in different nakshatra. I will look look forward to that, the kind of response which I'm going to receive in this video, and how important it is to make another video from the perspective of the 27 nakshatras. This is the response which I am going to receive in the comment section for this video. So for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.